Combining blocks and narrowing down cases by avoiding duplicates are not new. They are a natural expansion of the principles learned so far. The most important principle in this lesson is this: the child explains the approach and method first, and the teacher only asks for the reason or asks questions that make them think deeper. The moment the teacher provides the method first, the experience of discovery disappears. Which box can we figure out first?
It's hard? I looked to see if there's a place where they gave the sum of a line except for one box. I can't see any place like that.
What's next?
I'm trying to find a block shape where one box is sticking out from a line.
Did you find one?
If there's one more box attached to a line, it's 5 boxes, but there is no 5-box block.
The child is stuck. You will feel the urge to give them a direction here. Please hold back. Just ask, what do we know right now? The child will look at the blocks again on their own. What do we know right now?
The sum of each block. They are 9, 5, 9, 3, 7, and 5.
Think about the fact that the blocks are not just sitting there all by themselves.
I should look at the blocks next to each other connected together. If I put the blocks together, here it is. If I combine the 5 block and 9 block in row 1, it becomes a 5-box block.
Good find. Why is that a clue?
The sum of the 5 boxes in row 1 and 2,1 is 9 plus 5 is 14. If I subtract the single line sum of row 1, which is 10, from there, 14 minus 10 is 4. And that becomes the number for 2,1.
Great job! You found the total of 5 boxes by adding the 3 boxes that make 9 and the 2 boxes that make 5. Then, you thought about it by splitting them into 4 boxes in row 1 and 1 in row 2. Putting 2 blocks together and then splitting them into a different shape is amazing! Have them state the same conclusion. 2, 2 is 3 for 2 different reasons. The child will naturally state the first reason. The teacher draws out the second reason by asking, "Can you explain it with a different reason?" When the second reason comes out, point out, the conclusion is the same, but the reason is different, right? We put 4 into 2, 1. Now, is there a box where we can narrow down the numbers?
It's 2, 2. 3 has to go in there. Because 2, 1 is 4. And 1 and 2 go into 2, 3 and 2, 4. So the remaining number 3 has to go into 2, 2.
Did you need to know which numbers go into 2, 3 and 2, 4 first?
Yes. I have to know. How could I figure out 2, 2 without knowing 2, 3 and 2, 4?
Once you find 2, 1 in row 2, what can we figure out?
The sum of the remaining 3 boxes. Since 2, 1 is 4, 10 minus 4 is 6.
Which specific boxes are those 3 boxes?
They are 2, 2, 2, 3, and 2, 4. Ah, I get it. Since we know the sum of these 3 boxes, and we know the 2-box sum of 2, 3 and 2, 4, we can figure out the one remaining box, 2, 2.
What's the difference between the reason you gave earlier and the reason you just gave?
Earlier, the reason was that 3 was the only number left. Now, it's because I took away the sum of 2 boxes from the 3 boxes.
You got the same answer, but for a different reason, right? Can you tell me that second reason one more time?
2, 2 is 3, because the sum of the 3 boxes, 2, 2, 2, 3, and 2, 4 is 6, and since the sum of 2, 3 and 2, 4 is 3, 6 minus 3 is 3.
Great job! If you know the sum of 4 boxes and 3 of them, it's a clue. And if you know the sum of 3 boxes and 2 of them, you can narrow down the numbers. It's the same if you know the sum of 8 boxes and 7 of them.
8 boxes. Isn't that too many?
Is it hard just because there are a lot?
8 boxes make 2 lines. Since the sum of a line is 10, the 2-line sum is 10 plus 10 is 20. It's not hard.
Can you use that to find a box where we can narrow down the numbers?
I found it. Look at column 1 and column 2. Only one box, 4, 2, is separated. If you look at it without 4, 2, there are 2 blocks with a sum of 9. And we can put them together to see it as a 7-box block.
Tell me your answer and add a because at the end.
4, 2 is 2, because the 2-line sum of column 1 and column 2 is 10 plus 10 is 20, and the sum of 7 boxes among them is 9 plus 9 is 18. So 20 minus 18 is 2.
Since 3 boxes are filled, shall we try filling the other boxes while avoiding duplicates?
There's nothing more I can figure out now. In column 2, I think I have to try putting 1 and 4 in the remaining 2 boxes, and if that doesn't work, switch the order and try 4 and 1.
The child is trying to use trial and error because there are 2 possible numbers. At this moment, do not stop them right away. Let them experience it once. The learning effect is much greater when you show them that they could have known from the beginning, right after they experience trial and error. Go ahead and try.
First, I'll try putting them in the order of 1 and 4.
Then we can figure out another box.
I can figure out 1, 1. Because I know 2 boxes in the 9 block. Then 1, 1 becomes 9 minus 4 minus 1 is 4? Oh no, I made a duplicate with 4 appearing twice in column 1.
What do you mean it makes a duplicate?
I figured out that I shouldn't put them in the order of 1 and 4. I have to erase them and put them in the order of 4 and 1.
Could we have known it was 4 and 1 from the very beginning?
Huh? If I knew, I wouldn't have had to erase it and do it again like this.
When you were looking, did you only look at 1, 2?
I have to look at it together with the connected boxes around it. I will look at 1, 2 and 1, 1 together.
Why those 2 boxes?
Because both of those boxes are in the 9 block. Since 2, 1 is 4, the sum of those 2 boxes is 9 minus 4 is 5.
What does knowing the sum is 5 tell us?
There are too many ways to make 5. There are 4 ways: 2 plus 3, 3 plus 2, 1 plus 4, and 4 plus 1.
Are all 4 of them possible?
Ah, there's a 3 and a 2 in column 2. So 2 plus 3 and 3 plus 2 won't work because it makes a duplicate. Then it has to be 1 plus 4 or 4 plus 1. Ah, there's a 4 in column 1, so 1 plus 4 has to go in.
So we could have known that 1, 2 is 4 from the beginning. Why did we have to guess and try out the numbers before?
Because I didn't look at them all together.
This is the section where the child applies the method they just learned to a similar structure on their own. If they get stuck, just ask, "What do we know right now?" Let the child articulate the method. Now, erase 1, 1 and 1, 2. Let's pretend we haven't found them yet, and try to figure out 3, 1, 3, 2, and 4, 1 first.
The sum of these 3 boxes is 9 minus 3 is 6. The 3 numbers that make 6 are either 1 plus 1 plus 4, or 1 plus 2 plus 3.
Are both of them possible?
It's not 1 plus 1 plus 4.
Why is that?
There are 2 ones, and to put them in different columns, the 4 has to go into column 1, which makes a duplicate. So it has to be 1 plus 2 plus 3.
Do you know where they go?
Since there is a 2 in 4, 2, I have to avoid row 4 and column 2. The only remaining box is 3, 1. And to avoid the 3 in column 2, I put the 3 in 4, 1. Then 1 goes into the remaining box, 3, 2.
How did you know where to put them?
I looked at the rows and columns together. I checked them one by one, and crossed out the places they couldn't go.
Try to fill in the remaining boxes while avoiding duplicates. Let's talk about what we learned today.
We put the blocks together to look at them.
What else?
I didn't know what order to put the numbers in, so I was going to try this and that. But I figured out that if I look at the numbers around them, I don't have to do that.
Why does looking around narrow down the possible numbers?
Because we can't make a duplicate with the numbers already there. So there are numbers that can't go in.